The Japanese have extraordinary lifespan, especially the people of Okinawa Island live longer than the people of anywhere else in the world. In addition to a healthful diet, a simple life and subtropical climate is the Ikigai that shapes their life. Because those who discovered their Ikigai have everything they need for a long and joyful journey through life. Dear viewers, I am Pritam Raha and you are watching Less But Better, and this is the first episode of the book review of Ikigai. So without further ado, get the ball rolling. So dear viewers, the purpose of this book is to bring the secrets of Japanese centenaries to you and to help you to find your own Ikigai. Now the question comes, what does it mean by Ikigai? Ikigai is a Japanese word and I'm not going to translate it directly into English. So Ikigai is basically the intersection of four circles. So it is the point where all the four circles intersect. So what the circles are all about? So the circles are what you are good at, what you love to do, what you are paid for, and what the world needs. So for an example, suppose you are an artist or you just a painter. So if you love painting or drawing, and if you are getting paid for your painting, and if you are good at painting, and if you think that your painting is necessary for the world, then your painting or drawing is your Ikigai point. For me, this book reviewing could be my Ikigai in the future, but right now it is not. Because I love to review books, I am good at it because a lot of people tell me that I am a good book reviewer, and I think the world need this sort of work because there is a lot of books are written and I need to extract the knowledge and disseminate it among my viewers, but I'm not getting paid so far for this work. So if I'll be getting paid for this task, then book review will be my Ikigai. So now the question comes, how can we find our own Ikigais? For this, the writer describes the following strategies to us, and by following that we can also be able to find our Ikigais. So the first thing is to don't retire. The Japanese don't simply retire. They keep doing what they love until their health allows. Thus, Japanese don't mean retire by simply leaving a job forever. One of the major reasons of the Okinawa people to live longer is to their 80% secret of eating. And it is simply eat as high as 80% of your stomach. The ancient wisdom also saying against of eating full of our stomach. The Okinawans stop eating as soon as their stomach is 80% filled. Despite the fact that there is no objective way which can measure what percent of our stomach is filled, but the sense is don't eat full of your stomach. Eating full of our stomach can give us short-term pleasure, but avoiding them can give us long-term pleasure. Active mind, useful body. There is a saying that a sound mind in a sound body. Lack of mental and physical exercise can have a significant negative effect on our body and mind. Because lack of exercise causes a neuron and neuron connections to deteriorate. This is why it is important to give your brain a workout. Our brain needs lots of stimulation to stay in shape. There is a tension between what is good for someone and what wants to do. This is because people love to do as they have always done them. The problem is when our brain develops ingrained habits, it doesn't need to think anymore. Things get done quickly and efficiently without having a second thought. As a result, it creates a tendency to stick to a routine. The only way to break this is to comfort our brain with new information. When our brain is presented with new information, our brain creates new neuron connections. This is why it is important for you to expose yourself to change, even if it requires you to step out of your comfort zone. Dealing with new situations, learning new skill, and interacting with people are all good anti-aging strategies. Another way to find your Ikigai is to finding the flow everything you do. We all have felt the sense of time vanish when we lose ourselves the activity we love. So it is important for us to find a state of flow. So the state of flow is a state when what we do, we focus only on that thing and nothing else seems to be mattered. When we are in a flow state, we are focused on a concrete task and our mind is in order. But the opposite occurs when we are not in flow. We do something but our mind does something else. Choose a difficult task. If the rules required to complete a task is too basic, then we are likely to get bored quickly. But on the other hand, the rules are too difficult, we'll give up quickly and we'll get frustrated. So it's always better to find a middle path. Something which is aligned to our interest but just a bit of stress so that we can experience it as a challenge. To have a clear and concise objective. When we have clear and concise objective, it helps us to stay on focus. Remember that a mission can be fulfilled by completing a lot of objectives. Concentrate on a single task. Our brain can take in millions of information but can process only a few dozen in per second. So when we are multitasking, what we do is switching back and forth between the tasks quickly. When we multitask, we end up all our energy between tasks instead of focusing to finish them well. So in order to focus on a task, we need to a distraction-free environment and to have a control over everything we do. Be reclusive. Many of the world's prominent scientists, artists, writers led a reclusive life. It is important to protect one's space, control the environment, and to free of distractions. And how can we do that? We can do that by leading a reclusive life, at least some hours of a day. One of the pivotal tools of finding a state of flow, it can be meditation. You know what? All the time, tons of thoughts are coming in our heads, and we almost chatter all time with ourselves. Training our mind can get us to a state of flow more quickly. Meditation is one way to exercise our mental muscles. If we want to get better at reaching of our state of flow, then meditation can be an antidote to our smartphones and the notifications. Dear viewers, this is today's video. However, this is only the half review of the book Ikigai, and I'll review the latter part of this book in the following week. So if you want to get the notification as soon as I upload the second episode, you can press the bell button as well as subscribe to my channel. And if you like the video, you can hit the like button, and if you have any suggestion for me, you can put your comment below in the comment box. See you in the next episode. Till then, goodbye.